Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second day of the 2015 Cold Stone Florida Winter Tour finale here at Ocala Grand Prix. Today was an exciting day, starting off the morning with Super Pole, which was delayed from yesterday because of the rain, and then 3 heat races that will set the grid for tomorrow's pre-final, and then where everyone finishes in the pre-final will, of course, set the grid for the final. A couple of the highlights today was Ugo Choco, who finished second in Super Pole and then went on to win all 3 heat races. So he'll start from pole position in Micromax. In Rotax Masters, Leo Neacar finished first in all 3 heat races and overcame a bit of an issue that caused him to be late to coming onto the track. Luckily, a red flag allowed him to go back to the front of the grid, and he's been pretty hard to compete with. He's showing the way in Rotax Masters. We also have Kyle Kirkwood, who we're going to talk to in a little bit. He won all 2 heat races along with Super Pole, but had a little bit of trouble in the final heat, which is going to force him to start second for tomorrow's pre-final. But we'll have a little bit of word with him. So Kyle, today, good day. Points were won, but let's talk about that final heat race. You had a little bit of trouble. We saw you driving around the whole time with your hand on the carburetor doing something. What exactly were you doing?
Well, during the first couple laps, I noticed, or even before the start, I noticed that there was something wrong with the carburetor. It was dumping fuel out, and I had to put my finger over the fuel filter under the fuel line, and it ran like that for the whole race. I had some issue trying to figure it out for the first few laps. That's why I fell back so much, but towards the end, I figured it out and ended up doing well towards the end.
Yeah, I think you were telling us, in the beginning, you were able to hold that second position, then fell to third, and then you kind of lost a few positions there. You said that your kind of hand slipped off the hole to block it, and then you kind of were trying to figure out where that hole is again. You finally got it, and then, were able to hold the position until the end.
Yeah, I'd go into the hairpin every time because you'd run out of fuel going down the straightaway, and just bog coming out of the corner. Then going into turn 3, I'd get fuel all over my tire, and I'd just slide through there, end up dropping a tire off the track, so that was really an issue.
So going in tomorrow, you're starting second for the pre-final. As we saw, from the outside with the long sweeping turn 1, you're able to hold the outside, and actually sometimes this second place actually has a little bit of advantage if you can get that really good start and kind of hold even turning into turn 1. Is that kind of your goal, is to get out to the lead early? We've seen, you said it earlier, when you're out in the lead, you feel like you're a lot quicker than you are from the second position.
Yeah, I definitely am a little bit quicker when I get out in front, but for the start, I'm just going to try and play it safe because I'm close to the front, or I am in front with the points, so I'm just going to play it safe for the pre-final, and I'll just have to stay in front of Oliver for the final.
Yeah, and that's really the key. I mean, you and Oliver have been very close throughout the whole weekend. You guys both have trouble. He's maybe had a little bit more. You both have speed. It looks like over the long distance, you're a little bit better. I mean, lap time to lap time, you guys are pretty close, but as the race wears on, you keep getting faster and faster, and he kind of just holds a steady pace, and you're able to just pull that little bit of a gap. Do you think you have the setup to continue to do that tomorrow?
I think with the 28-lap final, I should be able to do a little bit better than his performance will be, but through all practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we were same exact time every single session we went out. So it's going to be tough trying to get away from him for the first about 15 laps, but if I can get out front, pull a little bit of a gap where he couldn't pass me, I think I can pull away.
Perfect. Well, good luck tomorrow, and that's going to be an exciting championship battle there.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So guys, there you have Kyle Kirkwood. He is an incredible talent. He's in his second-year seniors. He's definitely shown a lot of maturity here, and championships on the line. He's been doing everything right other than one little small mechanical problem, which he did a great job overcoming. Another great thing about the Florida Winter Tour, and really all of karting in North America, is seeing teams grow from their little beginnings into big, massive teams. And one of the teams that we have here that has been putting on pretty impressive results since they started 2 years ago is Koene USA. So we have Mike Maurini here, team principal of Koene USA, or co-team principal, I guess, of Koene USA. Mike, tell us a little bit about your growth. I see you have a new big trailer here this weekend.
Yeah, we started with the new trailer in Orlando. Our focus is on driver development and driver advancement. So we're not going to be the big team that has 20 guys or 18 guys. We're going to keep it small and elite, we like to call it. 8 drivers maximum. We have our own engine program. We have our own supply all our own parts. Our whole goal is to come to the track fully prepared and not have to go to other teams and buy parts. We're big on our data. We have 2 or 3 laptops that we use, one for micro mini, one for junior senior, a couple monitors, really focused on the driver development and the driver coaching aspect of things.
Yeah, that's great. And this weekend is another great weekend for you guys. Obviously, when you started off, you had the D'Orlandos that you kind of started the team with, and you got great results with them. With Michael D'Orlando, you won the U.S. Mini Max National Championship, tons of other races, Florida Winter Tour Mini Rock Championship. And now your team is growing. You know, every race we kind of see like there's almost one more driver. And like you said, getting to that maximum of 8 drivers. This weekend, you have Ugo in the Micromax category that's won all 3 heats, and from what we see, you have all 3 of your junior drivers in the top 10. That's a pretty good feat.
Yeah, I mean, Ugo came into the championship this weekend pretty close to the lead. Not sure exactly where he was after drops. We know after today he is 3 points ahead, so it's going to all come down to the pre-final and final tomorrow. Nicholas was second coming in the championship, Nicholas D'Orlando. It was a long shot for him to win it. He had a pretty, I guess, subpar qualifying effort. I made up for it in a couple of heat races. I think he went 8th, 6th, and 3rd and 6th. So he'll probably start top 5, top 6 tomorrow. So a lot of points available between the pre-final and final. And all 3 of our juniors, we had a little bit of an issue with them in the first heat. They decided to all battle each other. We used the team motto, the team aspect of things. We pulled them aside. Yeah. We yelled at them in the trailer, and we told them that they need to figure it out on themselves. So between Roman, Trenton, and Michael, they all went out, sat in the grandstands, and talked for a little bit. And then they all finished in the top 10 in the next 2 heat races. So pretty good there. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, we had Peyton Durant in Challenge of the Americas. Little tough break going into the final. All he had to do was finish 5th or better to win the championship, and kind of just got hit in the first corner and lost the chain. Tough break, but he proved that he's up there and can run for championship, so I'm assuming he'll be up at the front for the Grand Nationals, the Rotax Grand Nationals, as well as the U.S. Open Series. Perfect.
So that's you just answered my next question. We'll see you at the U.S. Open Series.
For sure. Right now we have 7 confirmed drivers. Michael and Nicholas D'Orlando. Michael Nicholas D'Orlando. Ugo Ugochukwu is going to do Micromax. Peyton Durant in Minimax. We have a couple guys coming from overseas that I'm not going to say their names yet, just to make sure that it's all good.
Right.
But they're pretty big name drivers that should fight for race wins and championships, hopefully.
Perfect. Well, we wish you the best of luck for these championships here tomorrow, and of course the rest of the season. So
awesome.
Great seeing you as always.
Thank you, Chris.
Well, guys, there you have Mike Maurini, co-team principal, along with Martin Koene from Koene USA. So, guys, another great day. Tomorrow we have the pre-final and the final. As we saw last weekend, a lot of points can be made up in that pre-final. Just one small mistake and you can really gain or lose a lot of points. So be sure to tune in. Of course, once again, you'll have live coverage online at Florida Winter Tour Live, and also live results, photos, live timing, videos, and of course our Instagram feed will be on there, kart360.com, on location. Thanks for tuning in.